All right. Hello all. Welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So I did just get done recording uh, what was supposed to be both of these in one video. But given the length of that one, and it was a bit more negative, I did decide to split them into two. And what I'm referring to is I did a comparison between the 2024 and 2025 Tanabatas. I mean, obviously this year it's CDC, but long story short, I don't mind saying since this one's going to be releasing after. I think the 2024 Tanabata was significantly better. There were more cards. The overall strength of cards I feel like was better. Um, and I mean I had its sinkers too with like Tech Jiren, but I would also I mean it had a little less content, but overall it did have the hardest fight in the game, but it's also that's just a lens for me that I personally enjoy. I know some people don't, but there's also to consider. I mean we just had GDC, so I'm fine with this celebration. TDC not really having power creep, but it's I don't know. Long story short, I discussed all that in there. If you want to watch that, you can. But we're not going to be going over all of that here. So let me close this out. I did close out several other tabs already. So what I would like to do here is to take a look at everything that is on the horizon, everything that's coming for the rest of the year. Um, Now, as you can see with this data download, right? I mean, we had Baby, we had the Possessed Trunks, nothing else coming for TDC, which is what sort of prompted me wanting to make that both of these videos rather in the first place. I was so fucking mystified, so confused. Like, what are you doing, Dokkan? The last proper EZA was September 3rd. Still. Now, on that note, we do know the next EZA is coming on October 7th. Super 17's EZA was officially confirmed through the JP News, so we do know that's coming. That's pretty neat. We'll see how good he is. Hopefully, he's pretty good. And it does look like potentially that's a new Chi-Chi LR for World Tournament. I think that could be pretty cool. We'll see. I mean, they tend to not make those World Tournament cards the strongest anymore. I feel like the last one I really liked was Jackie Chun. Jackie Chun in 2023 was insane. Since then, I don't know. I haven't really liked any of them. Even like the EZAs, I feel like they've missed on pretty much all of them. Well, the LR specifically, there's been pretty good free to play TURs from it, but just they cannot hit with those World Tournament LRs anymore, seemingly, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, so Super 17 is coming on the 7th, and I do have a bunch of stuff just to sort of show the time slots in which we should expect stuff to come this year. Now, this is the first year we're fully synced, so there could be, and we do know because of like November and Heroes, we'll go over that in a moment, that it's going to maybe shake things up a little bit. So we'll have to see how everything's handled there. But for the most part, this should be the general roadmap we follow for the rest of the year. So just want to put that out there. And I have an idea of what either New Year's or 11th anniversary are going to be, and we'll go over that when we do. But I feel like there's two things that really stand out to people. I I have a very good idea of what I think the next couple of major celebrations are going to look like, but I'm not sure which is going to go exactly where. We'll have to see. But to get started here, so this is the time slot that was Baby last year. AGL Vegeta, he released October 3rd. Obviously, Baby is releasing September 30th, so I mean 3 days before. But once again, I mean this is going to be a general roadmap that they never do like the exact same time slot. Almost never. Rather, I mean there definitely are. They definitely do. It's also just because like last year we had like worldwide. This year we, Tanabata TDC is a shorter celebration in total. So, yeah, but we had This is the same time slot though. Essentially, is what I'm getting at. Then I do wonder. You can usually tell by like the sales. Yeah. Okay. Usually they put like a new Elder Kai banner out when there's a new character coming out. So my guess would be probably the 16th is when the Part 2 LR is dropping. I think that makes sense to me because I mean Super 17 is coming on the 7th, right? And then we already know this is the 17th 3 a.m. It makes sense. There's going to be a data download around this point, and you know they do like to do the new LR typically roughly 2 weeks later. So I think that lines up more or less. The 16th is when we should expect the Part 2 LR. Now for last year, it was actually the 16th where we got the Part 2 LR. Obviously Gohan and Piccolo, which I'm not really going to go over any of the units' strengths, weaknesses, whatever here. I'm just showing what did come so you have an idea of when stuff will come and potentially what precisely to expect is what I wanted to do here. Because I'm really excited about the future of this game. I mean, certainly TDC, how it ended, it leaves a bit of a, I don't know, it's really unfortunate how they handled it, especially when they already missed with I think I might have seen this before, honestly, but I just saw it again recently, and I don't know, it always makes me laugh. Bronze Week, they they missed with Bronze Week already, so missing with two of the major celebrations of the year. I mean, that's unfortunate. It really is. Me personally, I feel like I've been enjoying 2025 Dokkan a lot. In fact, I've been enjoying the game more than ever. That doesn't mean necessarily that objectively this is the best year of Dokkan or anything. Honestly, probably 2024 is going to shape up to be the best objective year of Dokkan. Probably. I don't know. I'll have to think about it some more once everything starts wrapping up, for sure. Because I also think GDC and 10th anniversary are the first and second best celebrations of all time. But you know, that's just my opinion. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like they could have done better with that. But regardless, moving on. So from the 16th, right, the next thing was we did get Dokkan Fest UR Slug on the 31st. So, I mean, they do like to do that Halloween Dokkan Fest UR. So I expect something in this time slot. Well, expect a Dokkan Fest UR here. What it's going to be, I have no idea. But there will be one. Now, this is where things get a little interesting here. So, the very next banner we received was the Heroes Celebration. Now, this was actually a little earlier last year. We got it November 11th. Typically, we get it a little later. So, I just think, once again, I mean, that makes things very, very interesting. Because what are they going to do with that time slot is the big question. The big question. What the hell are they going to do? Now, they already told us. I don't have this pulled up. I probably should have tried to find it. I don't know where they even said it. I know for a fact they said it, though. In fact, it was probably in the stream last year is when they said it. I don't know if I could get that pulled up. But regardless, they said that the EZAs for already released Hero Celebration characters will still drop when they should have originally, right? So this year will be the is it going to be the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito batch? Is that the batch we're getting? That's I'm actually really interested to see that. We'll go over that later. Ignore that. I think it's the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito batch. No, that's 2023. Oh, right. It's these fuckers. The where are they at? There we go. This batch right here. We'll see how these guys get handled. They kind of sucked ass, even on release, unfortunately. Maybe they'll be good, but I mean, there was quite a few cards that came with this. It was Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Vegeta, These guys got Awakenings, I believe. These guys, the SSRs released, I think it was. This guy released as well. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh no, it was Hearts. Hearts came out because she was one of the summonable characters. I don't know. It's been forever. But it was Hearts and these two. So they'll be getting their easy A's this year. Now, okay, getting ahead of myself again. Once again, I mean, we'll have to see how exactly everything gets handled. We do know those cards will sell easy A. Now, what they could do really, in my opinion, one of two things. Firstly, and knowing like how Shueisha is, I kind of doubt it, but I mean, maybe it's possible. I think it's possible that this will still be a collaboration slot. Now, will it be a collaboration slot every year? Just this year? I don't know. I think it's possible we could see a collab with another gacha game, maybe like One Piece. That's the part where I was saying like Shueisha, or whoever the hell's in charge of that. They don't seem to like collabing with other games. They did very, very, very early into Dokkan's lifespan collab with a One Piece game. Have it collab with anything other than Dragon Ball sets. Specifically, they've collabed with like Fighter Z, and I think there was like a Kakarot collab. That was Legends that had Kakarot. So we could see maybe like a collab with like Legends, and we get like a Shallot, maybe, in this time slot. Or what they could do is, whatever this celebration is, you'll notice, I mean, this is the 31st, this is the 11th, roughly 2 weeks later. They could make this celebration have a Yellow Coin LR as well. I don't know if they're going to. I'm not really sure right now which one I'm leaning towards, to be honest with you guys. I don't know. Honestly, probably the Yellow Coin LR. We'll see though. So I think it's either going to be we're going to get a new collab here, or we're going to get a Yellow Coin LR. I suppose technically it could just be like a dead week, because that is another thing with November. Usually the month of November is very dead for Dokkan. They clearly use this time to like prepare, do the final preparations for the big anniversary upcoming, right? So I mean, it makes sense. So we'll have to see what they do here. This is the big question mark, but everything else should be more or less correct. Then at the end of the month, November 28th, Buhan released. So from we'll get a Dokkan Fest TUR on the 28th, rather we should. And then, actually no. In fact, I'm very confident this is actually the exact time slot. This will get updated. Because on when the tickets, the Summon Point ticket system, when that went live, you can check the notice in game. It did say that the banner selection would be updated on the 28th of November. It did say that. So we do know for a fact. Well, it should probably still be the 20th of November that has the new Dokkan Fest TUR. Then from the Dokkan Fest TUR, we do have the Christmas Carnival on the 11th. We did last year. Once again, I mean, this is the dates they have in last year, but Dokkan can and does move things up and down a few days. So roughly the 11th. You know, that's why I keep trying to say like roughly and such. Use that type of language, because this is what we should expect, but we don't, and when we should expect it, right? But we don't know for sure. And then we should have the New Year's celebration. The New Year's Dokkan Fest TURs. I believe this is the 26th. Yeah, so that's all of the major banners coming for the rest of the year, right there. So for the rest of the year, mind you, we're just starting October. We'll have this guy tonight. Then we'll have a Yellow Coin LR. So Dokkan Fest TUR, Yellow Coin LR, Dokkan Fest TUR, probably a Yellow Coin LR, Dokkan Fest TUR, Carnival LR, and then the dual Dokkan Fest TURs. that should be all we should be, like, major stuff at least. Obviously, I can't speak as the easy A's, sub easy A's, super easy A's. I have no idea. You know, that's out of, I can't even speculate on that. But that would appear to me to be what all to expect for the rest of the year. So we should expect, that's 2, 3, 4, 5 Dokkan Fest TURs. In my opinion, probably 2 Yellow Coin LRs and a Christmas Carnival banner, a new LR for the rest of the year. Then the month of January, the entire month of January has like no releases up until the start of 11th anniversary. They do like a lot of like rerun sort of stuff during that time, bait banners. Nothing like actually new really releases until the very end of the month with the 11th anniversary. So this is all the summonable stuff we should be expecting until the 11th anniversary, unless they do something different, special for this year. It is the 10th anniversary still year. We don't know, but this is just ballpark. Now, from here, I do have this pulled up. Obviously, I mean, you already saw it. So, going back to the beginning, with the baby data download, and why this is important, is with how TDC ended. Specifically, what I'm referring to is, you know, with how TDC ended. I mean, we don't need to go into that too much here, but the Easy Ace. So this was a movie hero, movie boss themed celebration. Honestly, a lot more movie boss. I mean, we literally didn't get a single movie hero besides the tag part of Gogeta and the banner unit Vegeta, actually. But it was a movies celebration. Let me put it that way, maybe. And I do have, so there is this account on Twitter called, let me go back here again, Masaka. You should follow them. These graphics I think are actually really cool personally. They just give an idea of like what to expect. These are like premium releases, and when, you know, like when they get easy aid, this person like grays them out. So it's like really good to like visualize what can, should, however you want to phrase it, upcoming, right? Now, they're clearly holding on to this Frieza for something. And then we do know that this guy's getting his easy A. I guess this person, I mean, this was literally just announced, so it makes sense. This isn't updated. But just to go through this, right? Wicked Bloodline, movie, 3 Android / Cell Saga, very interesting. Boo Saga, honestly, this Vegeta might easy the celebration. I can really see it. Because apparently that Trunks possessed banner unit actually activates his Trunks condition. I don't know if that's a bug. I don't think it is, because I think it's meant to be any Trunks. It doesn't say Trunks Kid specifically in his kit. It could be wrong, a bug, whatever. But as far as we know, any Trunks should be able to activate it. And I mean, this guy could help Proto Body and Mind a significant amount, so potentially his easy is coming in this celebration as well. Now, these are Saiyan Saga, right? We do have, this is another Android Cell Saga, movie, GT, movie, special, movie, right? Most of these are movie related, most of them. And then we have like a Wicked Bloodline. I think this gives us a pretty good idea, at least me personally. I think it becomes a lot more clear about what to expect. Now, obviously, I don't know anything you guys don't, but I think this gives me a pretty good idea of some expectations for the major celebration this year, New Year's, as well as the major celebration 11th anniversary. Now, I don't know which will be when, but like these 4 specifically, I have pulled up. It's these guys. These guys are very obviously they're not just going to drop them with a normal Dokkan Fest TUR. That's not going to happen. If they were going to EZA this year, it was TDC or it's New Year's. So it could be either New Year's at this point or 11th anniversary. It's one of those two. One of those two, these guys will be coming. I don't see why these guys would come if we're not getting Namek. I feel like we're finally getting Namek stuff. I maybe I could be wrong. I hope I'm not. I think we're finally getting Namek stuff. So I mean that makes perfect sense to me. There's a lot of terrifying conquerors that are like in queue to be like easy 8 as well. Give Final Form Frieza, full power Frieza, whatever. Honestly, Final Form Frieza probably specifically, and if he transforms to full power, that'd be fine. Give him Terrifying Conquerors as a lead. Beautiful, right? So I don't know which one is coming. I do have a bit of an idea on what I think potentially it may shape up to be. I'm not sure if this is what they'll do, but this is the sort of idea I'm working with. Now, if we look over here, this is actually one of the other Dokkan Wiki sites. I don't use this one typically, but it has this really cool feature of like the timeline. So you can see what's like in queue to be EZA next year. Right, so obviously we have the 8th anniversary LRs, the Dokkan Fests. Then we have the 2 Carnival LRs, the openings. These guys should EZA with the that celebration as well. I do think so. And then from here, obviously, we go to March. And we don't need to go all the way through this, but GT, right? And then we have GT, right? And then we go over to July. Yeah, okay. Nope, I guess he's in June, actually. False alarm. June. And we have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? It's very clear to me, and I could be wrong, Omega Shenron. There was that one interview, and I don't have this pulled up, so I guess you'll have to take my word for it. Or you may know what I'm even talking about in general. Where this Daima was meant to be sort of like a modernized GT in a way. And they kept relating it to like the Buu saga. I mean, what better way to release Daima? And what better way to come down from 10th anniversary hype as to, because 11th anniversary, obviously they want, listen, it's a business at the end of the day. They still want people to spend money. I think a lot of people are just like burnt out after it's like, I've been playing this game for 10 years. I've been playing this game for 7 years. And a lot of people are just like getting burnt out when they really think in depth on it, I guess. So I have seen a lot of people get like burnt out. And I think they really do expect that, It seems to me, at least in part, probably why they've been trying to do a really good job of bringing in new players relatively recently, within the last year or so. I mean, if you look at this, they related to Buu Saga, and it's supposed to be like a modernized GT a lot with Daima. I mean, Daima is a part of the 11th anniversary. 100%. I do not see any possibility that Daima is not a part of the 11th anniversary. These EZAs would connect so much. And also, like, it's just for what I just explained, like, they definitely want to have something big to come down from 10th anniversary to. It makes sense. Now, what they're going to do there, I don't know. Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku Goma. Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku Goma. Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Adult Vegeta. I have no idea. We'll have to see. Honestly, I could see them doing something like... I could honestly see them doing... and I think this would kind of suck. I could see them doing both the Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and then later, at some point in the year, releasing Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku as a Dokkan Fest TUR with Yellow Coin LR Goma. I think that's potentially what I'm expecting at this point. I don't know though, because the only other thing I can think of, because I don't know, a lot of people just seem to really care more about the adult forms. I honestly think the mini. I think it's stupid that they had to go to the mini, but the mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku I think was pretty cool. I don't think they'll go from New Year's mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku Goma into 11th anniversary adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku and adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. I don't see it, honestly. So what I'm expecting at this point, once again, if we just look at this sort of roadmap, it does appear to me that movies is massively on the horizon. What my guess, and as well as, like, there's a lot of, like, Wicked Bloodline, and there's a lot of Terrifying Conqueror stuff coming, and to me, my guess, especially, hold on, real quick, and this is why I have this pulled up. This is all the Friezas we've had recently. 2021, 2022, we did not get a single Frieza in 2023. 2024, 2024, and obviously these two are 2025. I mean, the last Namek, because this is not even Namek, this is the Bardock special. The last Namek Saga Frieza, brand new character in the game, was 2021. Isn't that fucking crazy? I think. It's pretty crazy to me. But hey, apparently, the community can go from saying, oh yeah, well, Namek's the most iconic fight, to every other fucking fandom in the goddamn universe. They can go from saying that in one breath to saying, it's not hype enough to carry a celebration. Well, what the fuck is it? Is it the most iconic fight of all time? At least all anime? Or is it dog shit? Like, it can't be both, man. It really can't be. If you're the most iconic fight, you can't also not be hype enough to have your own celebration. I'm sorry, it can't be both, right? It has to be one or the other. It just doesn't make any sense. So to me, I'm in the camp of it is hype enough to have its own major celebration. So I would like to see Namek actually be part of 11th anniversary. I'm not sure the particular order this is going to happen in. I have an idea of what it will happen in, but I'm not like saying, oh yeah, it's happening this way 100%. But once again, I mean, this is, as you can see, 2021. My best guess at this point would be Namek New Year's with the cooler movie Easy Ace. Getting all these guys in. Then 11th anniversary being a sort of split between the newest, and I don't know how they'll exactly handle this, but there's just a lot of movie stuff upcoming in general, and with like these superhero cards, so the earliest, like, Beast Gohan can get his Easy A, STR Beast Gohan, and the Gammas would be 2027. Are we really gonna sit here and say they're not gonna touch superhero again since those releases until these guys can easy? Like, I don't see it. Personally, what I think we'll see is, ironically, very similar to these guys. I think we'll see. In fact, honestly, it could be like tags. It could be tags. I think we'll see Superhero and Daima. That's my guess at this point in time. Superhero Daima as the split for 11th anniversary. Now, in which way they're going to go about that, I don't know. Superhero first, Daima first. Probably Daima first. Superhero second. I don't know, though. And just sort of brand the celebration as, like, the newest. Like, the themes they have suck ass anyway. They never really make sense. But make it the newest Dragon Ball content or some bullshit. They'll find some way to string it together. They always do. I mean, look at what they did with GDC, right? Because it was like breaking through in a fight for the hope of the future, some shit like that, and it's like Future Saga makes sense, and then GT. It's like, what? Anyway, just looking at the EZAs upcoming, the major EZAs, right? And thinking about what is sort of should be at least in queue to come to the game, I think we could see, and also just thinking about what would be like hype enough for an anniversary level celebration, right? I think it'll probably be Namek New Year's into Superhero Daima 11th anniversary. That would be my guess at this point in time. We'll see if that ends up being the case. I think they could probably do like a tag Beast Gohan Orange Piccolo and like a tag Gamma 1 Gamma 2, right? Or maybe they could do like just a transforming Ultimate Gohan into Beast and transforming Power Awakening into actual Orange instead of just Giant form. Some variation of that, I think, is what they'll do. And with Daima, that I think that sounds like pretty good celebration. And for anyone that's like, oh well, you know, they just did Beast Gohan and the 9th anniversary and the Carnival Gammas, they're not going to do it again. Well, you know, I would say to that, look at fucking Gogeta, specifically Gogeta Blue, 5th anniversary, 7th anniversary, 9th anniversary. They love that motherfucker. Right? So, I mean, I know they love Gogetas in general, but it's just to show that, and if you look at 2020, this was like the one fucking time it happened. You know, rip the good old days of being a Vegito fan. Vegito Blue, Strength Super Vegito, and Heroes Super Saiyan 4. No, it was actually was it I think it was the physical. It was the physical Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. All within, at least on global, within like a 4 months time span or something. So they've shown they can, they will, whatever, just like spam releases, celebrations like that. I don't think it's like close enough where it's like, oh, it's too close. You know, 2 years off from the 9th anniversary, I think is a good time to revisit Superhero. So I don't think it's like soon enough. I mean, we have the EZAs here. I don't really think they'd want to hold off on this stuff forever, you know. But we'll have to see. You know, at the end of the day, we'll have to see what they do. But yeah, that's more or less it. Honestly, I think. I mean, that just, you know, I guess we could look at the super EZAs here, like what's in line here. I could probably open this in a new tab so I can like zoom in. So this one is definitely outdated, right? We have Omega here. We have these two. We have these two. Who else? We have Broly in here, Goten and Trunks. I think that should be it relatively here. I think so. But yeah, I mean, if you just like look, let's just stay like in the 2017 because we're barely in 2017. I mean, this is GT sub EZAs, right? He's weird. This is GT, right? Movie. Majin Buu Saga, movie. Like Majin Buu Saga, like there's just a lot of that sort of stuff. Majin Buu Saga. Like you just look at it, Majin Buu Saga. Like it's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere, right? Movie, right? Like movies, Majin Buu Saga, GT. These are all circulating. It's like bubbling up. There's something very big clearly on the horizon for like all of these. I mean, we've been getting a lot of GT stuff recently, but it's like I don't like. We're not just gonna get all this GT stuff and then ignore all the other GT stuff, right? It's not. We're not, because there's a lot of stuff upcoming next year, which is why originally I didn't think GDC would have GT in it, because it's like, okay, there's just way too much upcoming for them to not like we'd have major celebrations though. The next best thing with us getting all the GT stuff this year is it has to release alongside Diamond. And they've shown, at least with 10th anniversary, they did a ton of super easy A's. A lot of them would make sense for Daima, I feel. Majin Buu Saga GT. And then that would be the sort of way to finish off like the GT roster. And then for all the movie stuff that's upcoming, superhero representation. And then obviously, Namek. It's been since 2021 since it's really been like massively touched. Obviously we've had AGL Vegeta and the Gohan Piccolo and what else the fuck has Namek even had, honestly? It's dire for Namek, unfortunately. Oh yeah, we had this shit stain, but he special pose. Yeah, this was 2022. See, it's not. They're very clearly. I know it's a broken record, right? It's been 84 years. Every release, Namek. But hey, this time, it just makes too much sense. If the cooler movies had Easy 8 here, I'd be like, oh yeah, fuck. Rip Namek Dream. The fact that they didn't even touch a single one of them, I feel like it has to be coming. So there we go. I guess just to reiterate real quick, I know this is pretty long. Obviously, we're about to get this Dokkan Fest TUR. We'll get a Yellow Coin LR vaguely around the 16th of October. A Dokkan Fest TUR vaguely around the 31st of October. This could be a collab. I think it'll probably be a Yellow Coin LR to this celebration. Vaguely around the 11th of November. We'll get a Dokkan Fest TUR vaguely around the 28th of November. A Carnival LR vaguely around the 11th of December. A Dual Dokkan Fest vaguely around the 26th of December, and then from there, it's just the next release will be 11th anniversary. And to me, everything lines up to make perfect sense for Namek New Year's, Superhero, Daima, 11th Annie would be my guess. We'll have to see. But I think overall that would be pretty peak. I think that would satisfy pretty much everyone. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong though. But yeah, I think that about does it here. This was definitely a bit of a long one. I wanted to go over just everything to expect, over the next 4 or so months. So I guess it makes sense to be long. But now there's my sort of predictions and what all to expect, when to expect it. But yeah, we can end this one here. Let me know what you're thinking. What are your expectations down below? Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.